Man, smash the like button. Smash the like button, everybody, man. Now, y'all know usually I'll make a video, but today I just feel like going live. What a disgrace. What a disgrace, this front office in Chicago. Jeff Pagliocca. This guy right here, he gets promoted to be the GM based off of what? Based off of what? A smile and a handshake. Now we promoting anybody now. Anybody can be a GM in the WNBA. Is that what y'all telling me? All because he can talk good, he can give out smiles, hugs, and daps. That's what we're giving out. That's all it takes. If you go back and look at what they were saying about JLP, they was bragging about the guy. Oh, he knows basketball. He has a bright future. The guy knows what he's doing. But yet, he has been all his draft picks are bust. It's a straight bust. He had a bust draft this past year, a bust free agency, and a bust coaching hiring. What have he done? What have he done to get this kind of praise? What have he done for this organization? I need somebody to let me know. Let me pull this up. They was talking about win now mode and championship leadership and presence. Come on, bro. Let me pull it up, man. I want y'all to see this. Let me pull this up. I want y'all to see this for y'all self. Y'all got to see this for y'all self. This is what I'm telling y'all. Why are we capping? Why are we letting these Chicago beat writers lie? All they doing is lying. It's a whole lot of lying going on. At first, y'all said they ready to win now. Our expectation make the playoffs. Then they gonna turn around and say, "Oh, we trying to rebuild." Really? How we let them get away with this? What's up with the people in Chicago? I keep asking this question. So y'all don't care about the Chicago Sky. Why is it that the Dallas Wings booing Chris Collier? They booed his ass. They said we want Noah Henry. That's what I want from Chicago fans. I need Chicago fans to boo their ass. Boo the Sky. If they not gonna go out here and produce, they're not gonna give you a bang for your buck. Boo their ass. We paying all this money for league pass, buying jerseys. The ticket prices are sky high. Angel not even playing. They out here selling you Rachel Banner, guard of the future. Come on, bro. Come on. And y'all almost forgot what Chicago Tribune said before the season. Tyler Moore said, this is what he said about JLP. Championship. Look, this is what they were saying about the roster. And I think this is actually, yeah. Now look at this, y'all. I don't know if y'all remember this. This is why I had to pull this back on the screen. See, now we got to show everybody receipts because they lied. This man, Tyler Moore, talking about championship leadership and presence on the staff and the team locker room is huge. JLP said he's satisfied with how things are looking as the season approaches. In my eyes, Tyler Marsh have exceeded expectations of a first-year head coach. Already, how he has commanded immediately the first day of camp. What did they work on at camp? Ariel Atkins was talking about communication second game of the year. What have he done in camp? He ain't do nothing in camp. It took them 10 games to start playing. Well, I'm sorry, not even 10. It took them like 20 games for them to look decent. When they went out there and beat Minnesota, look, that was last month. It was like July. It took them 2 months, 3 months to even start playing decent basketball. And then Atkins got hurt, Angel got hurt. Back to square one. They talk about leadership. They talk about versatility. You got one player that's versatile. They did all that talking about we want 6'1" guards, 6'1" wings, defense, versatility. You ain't getting none of that in the free agency, and you ain't getting none of that in the draft. So now Rivers was literally right there at number 3. You could have waited on AA and you didn't do it. You went out there on a limb and said, we want Courtney Vandersloot, and we're willing to give up the number 3 pick in the draft to make sure we get Courtney Vandersloot back with Chicago Sky. Courtney Vandersloot, it was no secret. She wanted to run the offense. New York Liberty was not going to allow her to run the offense anymore because they got Stewie. That's why she ended up going to the bench. And they started Phoebus to balance out the starting lineup because they didn't need Courtney Vandersloot ball handler. They ain't need her to dribble out the ball. Neither do Chicago. How you gonna have y'all make it make sense? Make it make sense. Then they'll lie and tell you that Angel Reese was gonna be the point forward, even if Courtney Vandersloot get hurt. If that's the case, how was Angel Reese was gonna be able to run to be the point forward when she made it hard for Stu to be the point forward for New York? They had a bench Courtney Vandersloot. You can't sell that to me. Anybody that knows better knows Courtney Vandersloot got benched because her and Stewie really didn't. It wasn't a good fit in the starting lineup. You had to bench her. Soon they put Phoebus in the starting lineup. They went to a whole different level. You saw them play their best basketball, and they won a championship. So how was Angel Reese how she was going to able to play point forward when you had Courtney Vandersloot dribbling out the ball? And then they talking about they might bring her back next year. What are we doing, man? What are we doing? Now, let me touch on this game for a second. So, first of all, Ariel Atkins should have never got kicked out of the game. Ariel Atkins should have never got kicked out of the game. She defended her teammate. That was bullcrap. Carmella got to a slow start. Carmella ends up playing much better in the second half, but it was a little too late. Uzun. This dude put Uzun in the start lineup. I thought we was supposed to be developing. My boy put Uzun in the start lineup, and she scored the same amount of points. Me, you, and everybody else, and their mom and auntie, grandma, uncle, sister, brother, cousin. She scored the same amount of points. 0. Goose egg, donut. She did nothing. Started her. She played 28 minutes. Ain't rushed a field goal. Ain't get a rebound. Just 2 assists and got cooked on defense. Maddie Westbell ain't do nothing. Ain't none of these. Look, HVL, she can't even get past the finish. It looked like HVL just started playing basketball. Rebecca Allen got kicked out the game. Her and Bria Hartley Bria Hartley decided today she gonna be a gangster today. Today she chose today. She said, "I'm gonna be a gangster." Never mind. I pulled Angel Reese hair, and Angel Reese was about to put hands and feet on me, and I walked away, and I went on Twitter, copping a plea. Never mind. I elbowed Rakia Jackson, and Rakia Jackson said, "You weak as hell," and you was walking away, hide behind your teammates and referees. But today is the day I'm gonna decide to show everybody I got an off and on switch. Miss Bria off and on switch Hartley. So she pushes and shoves Rebecca Allen to the ground. Rebecca Allen grabbed the jersey. Both of them got kicked off. That's the story of that. So if you wonder what happened to Rebecca Allen, what happened to Bria Hartley? That's what happened. Ariel Atkins comes up, tried to defend Rebecca Allen. They toss her ass like a Caesar salad. I'm trying to figure out, I need somebody to answer this. How is it that, because I didn't get an answer, how is it that Ariel Atkins get kicked out of the game for taking up for a teammate when we got players in street clothes yelling at the referees, acting a damn fool, clapping, doing all this unnecessary stuff on the sideline, and they get no kind of repercussions? I'm confused by this. I am confused by this. Now Angel Reese, you saw what Angel Reese said. Now, during that whole scuffle, Angel said, Ariel, a real one. Ben. So she been a real one. And Angel Reese also said, God just be knowing. He really be knowing. Hey, you already know Angel would have G-checked old girl. She would have grabbed up by her jersey. What's all that about? And y'all know they would have kicked Angel out. So I'm actually glad she won out there, because they definitely would have kicked Angel out. They kicked Ariel Atkins out for just walking up and checking the girl. Yeah, they would have kicked you out too, sweetheart. Sorry. Angel said, what? Nah, that's her response. Here's my question to you, Angel. I got one question, Angel Reese. One question. And I don't care about nobody feeling no kind of way in the Chicago, because y'all ain't booing nobody and y'all ain't starting no protests. Y'all letting Carly Bear and all these other folks just get on the internet and cap. How long do we gotta wait, Angel Reese? How long do we gotta wait? You saying everybody need to be patient. How long do we gotta be patient? I don't trust nobody in that organization. I hope to God you got a plan, because we still waiting. We still waiting for this organization to make one good move. One move that makes logical sense. Because without Teaspoon, this team is shit. Because you wouldn't even be on the team. So how long we got to wait? That's my question. The only thing they got right was Angel Reese and Camilla. That's it. So how long do we got to wait? Fans don't, you know what fans don't, the word they don't like is patience. They don't like that. Especially when you don't have direction. You don't have picks. Chicago, I told y'all the other day, Chicago got the worst roster in the league. Connecticut is better. Look at the length. Everything Tullamore said he wanted, Connecticut got. Length, athleticism, defenders, grit. We had grit last year. He don't like grit enough. He got rid of the grit. He said the grit was too much. We had to clean up the image. Okay, you cleaned up the image, but what did they get you? It got you the worst roster in WNBA history. Only thing you can sell the fans is we got Angel Reese, we got Camila Cardoso, we got HVL. Y'all know them. They were stars in college. Come to the game and watch them. That's the only thing he's selling. He sure damn ain't selling winning. And then he's sitting on the sideline on this phone, texting. I don't know who he texting. Somebody need to text him and tell him your ass is gone. Soon the season is over, you out of here. We heading in a different direction. And I be hearing Carly on her little podcast, Courtside with Carly. Oh, Chicago Sky fans are emotional. Baby, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Respectfully, I don't want to hear it. Hell, you talking about fans are being emotional. Fans are paying money to come to the games. You go to the game for free. See, y'all let that slide. Y'all should have told her, first of all, you need to shut up because you get in Sky games for free. That's your job. They paying money to go to these Sky games. We paying league pass to watch the Sky. You don't tell us how to react. Fuck wrong with you? What you got going on? Real talk. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm starting to get. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by her. Look, we all know what time it is. I smell clout chase, but look, that's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. We see what time it is. I already people game. So you cool with the organization putting the whole meal on Angel, but you ain't gonna hold Jeff P accountable for the bad, the sorry ass moves he made. Talking about something we look good on paper. Talking about some Camilla had more trade value. Remember they said that? Camilla had more trade value. Camilla's the number one option. Annie Costabile, before she left Chicago, before she left from being with Chicago Tribune, she said getting Camilla, she said having Camilla as the number one option played a part with them getting Courtney Vandersloot also. But when Courtney Vandersloot was out there, she wasn't going to Camilla. Nobody passed the ball to Camilla more than Angel. They had Angel on the perimeter. They was cooking Tyler Morris, grilling him in the post game, asking him why Angel not getting more touches. Why she not more involved in the offense? That's what they were saying. So to pretend like she was going to be the number one option this whole entire time, even with Vandersloot, it's a effing lie. It's a lie, man. We got to stop this. It was a lie the whole time. What y'all saying ain't checking out. We watched the games. Angel was having 5-6 attempts. She didn't start getting it going until you got Vandersloot, until Vandersloot got hurt. That's the God honest truth. It took Vandersloot to get hurt for Angel to actually, she was able to play point forward. Let's talk about the system. What is Tyler Moore's system? Can anybody answer this? What is Tyler Moore's system? What is he supposed to be running? If Teaspoon offense was so damn limited, what is Tyler Moore shit? What is Tyler Moore shit then? If her offense was so damn limited, what is Tyler Moore's offense? What makes his offense more better than Teaspoon's? And if his offense is better than Teaspoon's, and he got a worse record than Teaspoon, what they tell you? What they tell you? If he's supposed to be a better head coach, he's supposed to have a better offense. He's supposed to be a development coach. Why is it that Camilla is not better than what she was last year? Please, y'all, to the people out there that's in the back, I promise you, you're going to sound ridiculous if you think for 1 second Tyler Morris plays a part into Angel Reese's development. I'm telling you now, you never watched Angel Reese play. The things you see from Angel, that always been part of her game. Her working with Lisa Leslie, working with Naphessa Collier, and Alice, what's his name? Alice, I can't think his name. Working with Alice, I can't think his last name. Working with Alice, playing at Unrivaled, that helped her take the next leap. That helped her take another leap. You start to see her improve her bag, the in and outs. By the way, shout out to the trainers she was working with in the offseason too. Give them some credit. Shout out to the trainers she was working with in the offseason. This had nothing to do with Tyler Marsh. Oh, he got the key to Angel Reese development. But where's the keys for HVL? Where's the keys for Maddie Westbill? Where the hell is Kabali? You dropped her just to not play her for a whole year? You drafted injured players, and you ain't even dropped the right injured players. You dropped injured players that may not even be in the WNBA. So you wasted draft picks. You wasted Ariel Acker's time. And on top of that, y'all got the nerve to tell fans who have to pay more money this year on tickets. You telling fans that paying more money on tickets this year than previous years, they're being emotional? This is what we doing? Boy, it's time to stand up. It's time to stand up and show out. This is why I'm keep voicing my opinion, because they don't care about the fans. They are so used to us just accepting bullshit. They want you to shut the fuck up and keep accepting the bullshit we've been putting together. They don't want you to have a voice. I'm not going to shut up. I'm never going to shut up until y'all make a decision. I keep telling y'all, and stop telling me Angel can't request a trade. Listen to me, bozos. Listen to me clearly so you can hear what the fuck I'm saying. Them motherfuckers either trade the girl or put a team around it. It's that fucking simple. I'm not asking for too much. You want me to support the team? Put a product out here so I can support it. Put a product out there so I can support it. If you don't want me to not say Angel should go to another team, tell this bullshit front office, put a team together. I'll support it. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. Stop telling me what to say, what not to say. Because I'm not gonna shut up. You're not gonna tell me what the fuck to do. I'm not accepting mediocrity. It's that simple with me. Get rid of the GM. Do whatever you got. Whatever it takes for you to get this turned around. I support it. I'm here. How many times I have said? I'm gonna say it again. I want Angel in Chicago, but I also want her in a winning environment. In a perfect world, She's going to be in a winning environment in Chicago. Y'all got that understood? I want her in Chicago. I like Chicago as a city. I like the people. I like the supporters that come up in here. I got nothing but respect for Chicago. My problem is the sky. When I make videos and I talk about this, I notice some people can't comprehend well. Why y'all pretending like Chicago's the end all be all for this girl and Camilla? It's not. It's not. 2 players in their draft class have been traded already in 2 years. So what makes you think they can't get traded? Who said she can't ask for a trade? Who said she can't get traded? Who said that? This is what I'm telling y'all. Next year, that's the final straw. Next year, if they don't put a roster together, I don't want to hear shit from y'all. Because all them contracts gonna come, all them contracts. Rachel Banner, Kia Nurse, Rebecca Allen, all those contracts gonna be out the books. You're gonna have the young players, Angel Camilla, HVL, Cisco gonna come next year. No excuses. Put a roster behind them, bro. Put a roster around them. Re-sign Ariel Atkins. Go get a point guard. Go get wings. Go get backup power forward. Go get a center. Go get players that's actually going to help you win. Don't say I'm going to go get a 3 and D and go get a 3 with no D. Actually stand on some shit and stop lying. Stop lying to the fans. We're not trying to hear that shit. Stop being a coward. Throwing players under the bus. You throw your franchise player on the bus and you hid behind freaking Chicago Tribune like a coward. I'm not going to shut my mouth. It's nothing y'all going to do about it. I'm going to keep speaking out until y'all make the necessary changes. Y'all come back with a team next year. Hey, you won't hear a P from me. I'm looking at the players. You put a team together. I promise you this. You put a team together. I'm talking about a competitive team. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm looking at the players. Let's go deliver. I got nothing to say. I'll shut my mouth. It's not that difficult with me. I'm not that hard to satisfy, bro. I'm not that hard to satisfy. I just look, I want basic shit. What I'm asking for is not too much. That's not too much. You don't even have your draft pick. You're gonna be the worst team in the league. Minnesota about to win a championship, and they're about to get they finna get the first pick or the second pick or the number 3 pick. They probably gonna get the number 1 pick, number 2 pick, because in the WNBA, it all depends on how bad your record is consecutive years. So 2 years, Chicago has been a bottom 3 team, so they probably gonna get the number 1 pick. And Chicago traded that pick for HVL. Think about this. Chicago moved up. Chicago, they had the number 10 pick. They drafted Cisco with. But the day before the draft, they acquired the number 11 pick. You know what they traded? That draft pick for 2026. So if you're going to trade that 2026 pick, you have to get something that viable back that's going to actually help you win. That's going to help you get to the playoffs. Because if you do that, that means that next year pick won't mean anything. That makes sense, right? You drafted you basically drafted HVL with the 2026 pick. Basically. So again, I'm not being unfair. I'm not asking for too much. Nobody's saying Chicago is a bad city. Nobody, look, I'm not. It's not that I don't want Angel in Chicago. That's not what I'm saying. I don't want her to be part of a shitty, dysfunctional organization that don't know how to build, don't know how to develop players, have no idea. They have no idea what a coach looks like, smell like. They can't even comprehend what a head coach supposed to look like. A head coach is a head coach, for God's sakes, has more than one job on that sideline, man. We don't care about what he did in Vegas. The guy's voice ain't loud enough. He doesn't really hold. I can tell off the top. He ain't holding nobody accountable. He's not. He should be putting his foot deep in Camilla's ass. Like Don Staley did. Don Staley got on Camilla. You playing too soft. I saw Camilla play way better last year. He been too soft. They don't respect him. What he says doesn't really hold a lot of weight. Prove me wrong. Don't go to the post-game sneak dissing, saying we trying to tear the team apart. Nobody's trying to tear the team apart. We just don't believe in you. We just don't believe in you as a head coach. And you taking up for your boss threw you under the bus. He said these are the players you wanted. So you mad at the wrong people. Man, we ain't your problem, bro. We are not the problem. You are the problem. We want a good product. Y'all claim y'all want to win. Okay, well, this summer, I look forward to it. After they figure out this CBA deal, which they revisit supposedly October 31st, whatever happens, happens. Look, January come around, we need answers. I need answers. 2 years, didn't make the playoffs. First 2 years under your watch. Now I need to see you go out there, get moves that indicate you're looking to actually make the playoffs. Bring Evander Slew back, that's not the move. An old Vandersloot who just tore ACL, she's already slowing down. She can't blow by defenders. Doesn't really make logical sense to bring her back when she's older. She's a Hall of Famer, a champion, no doubt. No question about it. But at this stage of her career, she's not going to help this team win. Unless you're saying she's going to be a backup, you giving her less money to be a backup. I still think that's not the move. Chicago needs youth, athleticism, aggression. Connecticut head coach has that team playing hard every single game. Yeah, they only got 6 wins, but they out there competing. They just losing against teams they're not supposed to beat. That's all it is. So again, what I'm saying is not offensive. What I'm saying is God honest truth. You can't just sell the fans on you got Angel, Camilla, and HVL. We don't care about that. We don't care about just having them on the team. We want them on good teams. We want them on good teams. You can't sell the people on them just having Angel, Camilla, HVL. We love them in college, but guess what? They had great head coaches. They was on winning programs. We love winning. Those players, Camilla and Angel, they love winning. They're winners. You're slowing down the progress. It's gonna be hard for Angel to make all WNBA teams because she's on this sorry ass team. It's gonna be hard for Camilla to get that All-Star nod because she's on this sorry ass team. That's all it is. This is nothing personal. I have nothing personal against Jeff, Tyler Morris. But I'm starting to have a real problem with Jeff P though, if he can't do his effing job. I got a personal problem with anybody that tells Chicago fans you're being emotional and you're lying to our face. And see, that's the thing. That to me was I ain't gonna lie. I don't know about y'all, but our principles, I'm a man of principles. You telling me I'm being emotional because I want better? I want the Chicago Sky to actually have a competitive team. You're being emotional. You should support Jel P and Tyler Marsh. Come on, bro. Come on, man. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't think I realize how much, and I always bring this up. I don't think people realize how much having a great ownership matters. Man, the Clippers was the bottom of the barrel in the NBA. They was a laughing stock. Steve Ballmer comes to the Clippers, and he changed the whole entire organization around. He cares about the fans. He cares about winning. He's not going to accept anything. You won me over. You won me over when you care about building an identity, separate yourself from the Lakers. You care about the fans. He cheered with passion. I'm passionate. I see the owner cheering with passion. I see the owner care about winning. You got my support. Chicago Sky. You want people to support the team? I suggest you get on board. I suggest y'all really start making some moves that make sense and really care, bro. Where's the ownership? It's like they're in the back hiding somewhere. I need you to come to the front, sit on the bench, cheer on the team. There's not enough fire. Angel Reese seems like she's the only one that's actually have a voice in this whole entire organization. It's like she's the only one that has a voice. When she says something, everybody listens. So y'all just gonna hide behind Angel. That's it. We just gonna hide behind Angel. We're gonna have Barber night. We're gonna have Indiana Fever, Chicago Sky 5-6 times a year. That's it. And the fans, y'all should come pay for this. Y'all should come pay season tickets, buy jerseys, and cheer on the fact that we just got Angel Reese on the team, and we get to play United Center. Come on, bro. That's enough to crash out. Talking about stop being emotional. Hey, man, Chicago Sky fans, what we doing? Hey, I'm here. I'm going to cheer on the team. I'm going to keep supporting. All I'm asking for this. All I'm asking is we put a better product together. We put a better product. They put a better product on the floor so we can have something to cheer for. That's it. That or trade Angel Reese. I'm standing on that. And if next year comes, they're in the same predicament, I'm no longer going to be saying, let's make Chicago better. I'm telling y'all now. So you hear it first. If we're in the same boat next year, around this time, I'm no longer going to be looking to make Chicago better. I'm warning y'all now. I'm going to say it again. If we're in the same boat next year, I already told y'all many times, they got one more year with me. I'll get mad, and some of these folks get mad all they want to. You got one more year. You either make Chicago better, or I will be going full-fledged trade Angel Reese. That's what it's going to be with me. Hit the like button. Move to the channel, subscribe. I'm out of here.